chewing them is a whole different strategy for preparation and competition. If you're just popping in a little shrimp, which I think is what they were all anticipating, that takes a different part of your jaw and body to digest than these giant shrimp that we had. So what does that mean? It means it was disgusting.
Price tag's still on there.
Oh my God.
And the name brand of the shirt.
So the year is 2018, and we're at San Pedro Fish Market. We're trying to brainstorm on some different ways to promote the business. We had done some really fun things with Kings of Fish, and we had some other TV appearances. But there was always this conversation around what would it be like to do a food eating contest? Like what's required to do it? Is there insurance issues? And we just keep going around in a loop, knowing like, well, even if we could do it, who would show up to eat it? How would we monitor it? What would we give away as a prize? Like, what would be the entire reason for doing it? And then the idea came up as, why don't we call a company that does this professionally? And it turns out there was a company that does it professionally, Major League Eating. And what was cool about it is they do the 4th of July hot dog eating contest, Nathan's hot dog eating contest, which Joey Chestnut normally wins. And my friends watch that every year on 4th of July. I'm usually working and I've missed it. But I knew who he was. I knew all about it. And I thought this could be really cool. Let's look into it. So we called Major League Eating, and we basically just kind of followed their protocol. They took care of all the things that we didn't know how to do. They had the competitors already. They had the insurance coverage. They did the promotion. We just needed to provide a place. And what better place to provide than the deck of the USS Battleship Iowa, which is located right down the street from us. So we did it on Memorial Day. There was already events going on that day on the Iowa. And now we had basically the main event of the day, a shrimp eating contest. So our teams put everything together, and then we had to think like, how are we going to do this? It's a Kings of Fish event, so this is going to be really cool because not only is it a promotional event for the business, but we can fill a whole season of episodes when we were doing our 4-minute episodes around the buildup of what it took to put this whole event together, which you can watch on YouTube on our San Pedro Fish page or Kings of Fish page on YouTube, and you can watch this for yourself. But we thought we want to showcase the shrimp. It's a shrimp eating contest, and most of the time these events are these little popcorn shrimp, and these guys are bam, 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 just popping them. Let's give them something big to chew on. Let's give them a big piece of shrimp. So we used what's called in the seafood business called a U10. And what a U10 shrimp is, it means that there are 10 or under per pound, 10 shrimp or under. So sometimes you'll see 21. There's 31, there's 31, 35, 21, 25, 16, 20. Those are how many shrimp you get in a pound. Well, these were big babies, man. These were the U10. So it's 10 or less in a pound. So we thought that would be pretty cool. So we cooked them, we prepped them. All they needed to do was chew on them. What I didn't think about was that chewing them is a whole different strategy for preparation and competition. If you're just popping in a little shrimp, which I think is what they were all anticipating, that takes a different part of your jaw and body to digest than these giant shrimp that we had. So what does that mean? It means it was disgusting. They didn't plan to have to chew. They couldn't just swallow the shrimp. They actually had to chew on them. And shrimp, that's been pre-cooked and chilled, as anyone that enjoys shrimp knows, it can be a little rubbery. So here we are on the deck. We had the most amazing hosts. Those guys are hilarious from Major League Eating, entertaining everybody, really just like firing the crowd up. They start chewing on these shrimp, and who do you think won? Oh, by the way, who do you think wanted to record it? ESPN reached out to us because they were doing, I think it's 30 and 30 for Joey Chestnut. So they actually showed up. They filmed the entire event. So it's inside that episode about him being a competitive eater. We got all the content we needed for an entire season of Kings of Fish. We got a ton of just basically free PR, although the event wasn't free. It did cost us money put together, and not just the shrimp, but we had to rent staging and chairs, and there was a whole bunch that went into it. But we hit every single network, and the winner, Joey Chestnut. What did he eat? Oh my God, I think it was 77 shrimp which means about 7 pounds of shrimp. I don't know how he did it. It was hard to watch. I actually had to turn away several times because I thought I was going to vomit. Just listening to the gagging and the choking. I think a couple of the competitors came pretty close to vomiting. I'm trying to remember how many we had. I think we had. Let's see, there was a guy named Ryan, Alex, Mary, John. There had been like 10 people on that stage, just chewing down on the shrimp. So it was a lot of fun. We got a lot of great memories out of it. We got a lot of great pictures. We got a lot of great content. We got a lot of great PR. Got to meet Joey Chestnut, which was kind of cool. And, it was a fun event. Something I don't, we had planned to do it annually, but COVID sort of put kind of put that out of our plans. But you know what? Doesn't mean we can't revisit it again in the future. So stay tuned. We'll see. Maybe we'll have another one. Maybe next time it'll be lobster.